Hi, I'm Nate Knaack, Regional Sales Manager for Riesterer Schnell out of the Shawano, Marion, and Hortonville locations. And today we're here with Marty Wilfert, fellow RSM, out of the Pound, Pulaski, and Anago location. And we're going to talk about hay products today, from mocos, rakes, tedders, mergers, and balers. So, yeah, Marty, what do you got for us today? You look pretty serious about hay equipment. And I'm guessing that's why you're here.
I'm kind of passionate about hay equipment, Nate. So, yeah, just happy to be here.
Well, who wouldn't be in this lovely Wisconsin weather?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not been the easiest year to make hay.
I know it's a little dry out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been so easy to find a window this year.
Yeah. So, I guess give me a little rundown of what kind of products we have to make hay with here at Riesterer Schnell.
So, yeah, we've got a pretty darn good full lineup, Nate. We've got everything from mocos and mowers for cutting hay, tedders for spreading out our hay to help it dry, rakes to put it back together, and
we got balers.
We've got everything from small square balers to round balers to large square balers to package that hay up and get her off the field.
Sure. So, I guess since you look serious about making hay, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and I guess agriculture here, making hay, Riesterer Schnell, and
yeah, so
give everybody maybe a little better idea of the master of hay here.
So I've been with the company about 17 years. I did not grow up making hay. I threw small square bales for a neighbor, but grew up small square bale and straw on the farm I grew up on, but have helped a lot of people find hay equipment and been out in the field with hay equipment and starting it out. Been with John Deere long enough to see about 4 series of round balers. So
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of my background.
Sure. So, I guess cutting hay. We'll start at the very first part of the process. What do we really got as far as options with hay binds?
So we've got simple disc mowers that don't condition for smaller tractors to, small mocos starting out at 8.5 feet wide, going up to 16 feet wide for a pull type moco, 32, 33 foot triple mowers for tractors for, cutting hay.
So, okay, we get the hay cut. How do we condition that hay?
So we got a lot of those, moco stands for mower conditioners. So a lot of our mocos, we've got options, especially in the smaller ones, for impeller conditioners, urethane roll conditioners that intermesh, V10 steel roll conditioners, or tri-lobe steel conditioners.
Sure. And each one of those is going to have its own fit for whatever particular customer and what kind of product they're
making. Each one excels in a different area. The impellers are going to do better in the grass, the stronger grass mix hay. The roll types, are going to do better in alfalfa hay, with the urethane rolls really are most popular all around. That tri-lobe is just a really premium roll that does awesome and conditioned alfalfa to speed dry time.
Sure. So we get the hay cut. Now in a year like now, we got wet hay. I mean, we got short windows. What is going to be that best next piece of equipment?
So the next best piece of equipment is either a tedder, if we're going to try to get dry hay made in these short windows, or the other good option, if a guy can utilize silage bales, we can just take a baler that's set up for able to do silage bales with the scraper kit and everything in it, and just bale that hay wet and then wrap it and then sile it. And that really gives us, we can hit a lot shorter window to get that hay put up that way too.
Sure. Okay. So we got a lot of different options out there. If guys, they should be able to find something that works for them. So we got rakes, we got tedders, different style of rakes. We got V rakes, and obviously the tedders. We offer a full lineup. What manufacturers do we have, and how can we?
Just a little location dependent. We've got H&S tedders and rakes and Kuhn tedders and rakes.
Yeah.
And rotary tedders typically, and then either rotary rakes or, like you say, V rakes.
Sure. So now we got everything raked. We're going to start baling. So I don't know about you, but I remember growing up as a kid and even into my teens, it felt like haying season lasted all summer, making small square bales. Get the calluses on the hands, and are you familiar to that, Marty?
I'm familiar to that. Yeah, we got to stack them on the wagon even.
Holy cow, I don't think...
Yeah.
I live in Amish country, and I don't even think they're that far behind.
They've even got kickers. Yeah. Yeah.
Or 15 kids, do the work. Yeah, so was it a 14T, or what did you have?
No, it was actually, I'm embarrassed to say this, it was a red baler. It was an International 440, and I'm guessing she wasn't always that way, but the Knotters didn't, were probably like 1 out of 7, or they're like 6 out of 7, so about 1 out of every 7 bales.
You had to rebale?
Had to grab and throw back over the top and back into pickup and rebale, and...
Wow, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, it was...
Did you get paid by the bale, or...
Thankfully not. Just by, I think it was by the hour. I don't think it was by the load. It's been a long time, Nate.
Yeah. I grew up with a 336, but we had a
with a kicker.
With a kicker, yeah. So,
yeah, you didn't know how good you had it.
We didn't know at that time, but, remember getting yelled at and screamed at up in the haymow because we couldn't unload fast enough. So, yeah, the good times. So that puts a smile on my face to see equipment like this, because I did not grow up with equipment like this, and I think guys can really be efficient and productive with the equipment we got today.
Sure.
And especially with the lineup of round balers that we have here at Riesterer Schnell, really offers a solution for really any type of crop they're putting up. So you just maybe want to run me through the difference in what these balers are between the E's, the M's, and the R's, and maybe even what those stand for?
Sure. Absolutely, Nate. So, like you mentioned, we have an E, M, and R series baler. Our E series is going to be our most basic, just kind of simple, everything you need, nothing you don't baler. The M gets us most all the features the guy's going to want. And then the R balers are kind of full commercial, just totally loaded baler.
Sure.
All the best features. So, the E baler, beautiful baler that gets a guy that maybe just wants to make a few hundred bales a year, gets
part-time producer.
Yeah, gets a new round baler in reach for that fella, and we've sold quite a few of those, and they've been good balers, and you can get net wrap on them. It's just a dry hay baler, but able to get net wrap and everything, and they're just a good little baler
job for nothing you don't need, but everything you do need.
Yep. Yeah, if you're making dry hay and, like I say, a few hundred bales a year, that can be a really good fit. Our M series, if you want to do dry hay or silage bales, we can do silage balers in that M series, and heck of a good baler. Built very similar to our R, nice heavy duty baler, nut wrap, like I say, silage capable, and then our R series baler, we can get the pre-cutter pickups on them. We can actually cut that crop as it comes in. Gives us some more options for guys, depending if they want to size that feed for cattle or get bales ready to dump in mixers right away.
Yep.
And now technology-wise, really new for this year, we're able to get integrated moisture sensors from the factory.
I did see that. I was in Florida, and I got to do some baling with those balers, and it's pretty cool to see and document on the new.
Yeah, just like you got to see down there, the ability to weigh each bale, with the right options, and
where do you think guys would find the most benefit from all of that?
Oh, I think the moisture sensor is nice for a lot of guys, just to know if did I hit a wet spot in the field here, and do I need to watch that bale, or maybe I want to split these up, feed that one out right away, or is it as dry as I think it is? The bale document,
taking the guesswork out.
Yeah, taking the guesswork out. A lot of these guys making hay too. It's they're fertilizing, and it's with bale doc, with weighing those bales, we can actually start to yield map those fields. And hey, did we get way more tonnage over here, not as much here, and is that the same every year? Maybe we start to actually variable rate apply our fertilizer based off of that, and try to make the most out of what we're putting out on the field.
You know, and we always talk time is of the essence. We're always under a time crunch. I've baled with many different balers before, and one thing I notice about the John Deere balers here is cycle times. You know, how important is that to you? How fast you can get bales in and out?
Oh, very important. It's the faster you can. Usually, it seems like in Wisconsin, we're always under the gun. The rain's coming next, and we need to get that dry hay
counts.
Get that dry hay rolled up, right? So yeah, cycle times are important. The 2024 balers, the cycle time has been improved even further. Yep. So another benefit there. And you know, bringing that up to something else new for this year, more expanded, is baler automation, where you know we can just that long day in the seat pushing the clutch in to make a bale. Pull the hydraulic lever. Yeah, we can with the right transmission package and everything, we can have it. So yeah, you hit the brakes on the IVT and the baler automatically lifts the gate up and ejects the bale and
puts the tractor back in motion. Huh?
Yeah, puts the gate back down. You take your foot back off the brake and touch the throttle, and
away you go.
Yeah,
that's how you roll, right? Are you a 4x5 kind of guy or a 4x?
I'm a 4x6 kind of guy. Yeah, I just like the option, you know, that make a 4x6 foot dry hay bale, and then hey, if I want to make silage bales, I can dial it.
Guy.
I can dial it down, and don't have to make them so big.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah. More of a 4x5 guy. Sometimes,
yeah, just depends what I'm feeling, you know. What else do we have about these wonderful balers? I mean, I just kind of want to go out and buy one.
You should. Are you thinking? I mean, you've got a few kids at home yourself. Are you thinking?
Yeah. I was thinking a 336.
Yeah, it'd be a 338. Yeah, we better get you a new one. Yeah, a lot of bales we can put through.
A few new pairs of gloves. So
yeah. You can probably throw some gloves in with that baler.
Oh yeah. We got rakes to get that crop together. We got teders to shake the water out, and finally we ended with the balers here. You know, I guess what's the biggest takeaway, Marty, of really trying to put up good quality hay?
I guess I would say it's kind of the whole process, right? The whole process to put up good quality hay. But I think the really important thing is if you haven't looked at a Deere baler lately, we really have a baler for just about every customer and every need. We've got everything from that basic dry hay baler for a fellow that might not be making more than a few hundred bales a year.
Yep.
To the meat and potatoes, our M line that a lot of our guys that might be putting up a couple thousand bales a year want to run on our R balers. And then we hadn't hit on earlier, we've got a European a V461 R baler that we're going to be demoing one a little bit this year. That's going to be a very high capacity, high density baler.
Yeah, big variable.
So bales really make a tight bale with that. So whether you want to do dry hay, wet hay,
so you like them big and you want them tight, right?
Yeah, and there's the limit though. If you make them too big and too tight, it's hard to pick them back up.
Yeah,
but
can't spear it in there.
Yeah,
cool. So, yeah, Marty, thanks for sitting down today, talking round balers.
Yeah, you bet, Nate.
And hay equipment. I hope everyone was able to learn a little something, but. Just so everybody knows, we got a lot of great product specialists here at Riesterer Schnell, salespeople, and we got the equipment you need when you need it. So feel free to reach out to one of our 14 locations throughout Wisconsin here and see how we can help you today.
For you, Riesterer and Schnell.